You've obviously come back now. What was the view in the White House when you were there, and is manufacturing important, or what were they thinking about it?
Well, as you can see now, we've ignored manufacturing for the last, 10, 15 years now, and now it's front and center. So that's a good thing, but we have some initiatives put in place, and we have a long ways to go. And manufacturing is important because, again, it ties to innovation. And again, our competitive advantage in the U.S. is the high-tech manufacturing and highly skilled workers and high productivity. So to have a robust manufacturing base, robust to go beyond the fuel costs and low labor, low wage labor in other countries, we've got to take this advanced manufacturing front and center.
So you're sitting in the White House. Can you tell us some stories here? I mean, are you a lone voice? Is there consensus? Is this a left?
But let me just make a comment, because Sridhar won't do this. He was in the Office of Science and Technology Policy for a couple of years. He was pretty much of a lone voice. If there was any single person that turned Washington around in terms of the importance of manufacturing, it was Sridhar. And I'm not sure he'll tell some of the stories that he's told me. But he did a job that was extraordinarily important, and we're all going to be benefiting from that in the years ahead.
Well, thank you, Dave, for the generous comments. I guess, well, to be fair, the president gets it. He wanted to focus on manufacturing from day one. But then we had issues with some of the economists, in Washington don't believe that we should be in service economy and not manufacturing. And the arguments you make about why manufacturing is important, they would tell you that these are the same arguments people made at the turn of the century when we went from agriculture to manufacturing. But think about it. Our deficits in advanced technology products today, it's over $100 billion. I'm not counting the $700 billion deficit across all the goods. I'm not talking about T-shirts and shoes. I'm talking about advanced technology products. And that's where our advantage should be. We've always had surplus in that area, and now we have deficits in the last, we moved from surplus to deficit in 2001. So the point is, it's not about labor costs at all, because some economists, now they're turning around, some of them, but the point is, look at Germany. That's a high-wage country. Their wages are 30 to 40% higher than ours. And their energy costs are higher, their pollution abatement costs are higher. Their statutory taxes are slightly lower. We'll get to that later. But we spend 6 times as much as Germany does in R&D. Wow. Except in one particular category, Germany spends 6 times as much as we do. That particular category is industrial and production technologies. So they have a complete innovation. We have a gap in our innovation cycle. We are very good at. We are still best in the world in science. And if you think about innovation as first to acquire knowledge and first to apply knowledge through world-class engineering and first to convert those into products, we've been falling behind steadily in the last 25 years in the second part of it, in application of the knowledge. We have these great ideas coming out, so the idea that we invent here and those guys manufacture over there is not economically sustainable.
So if you take that theme,